Yeah, I'm the best Wood Elf player, and if you want my crown, come and take it. I'm the best Warhammer player, and I'm in a tournament here, War God. I'm taking a Wood Elf build into a Wood Elf build. But of course, I'm War God, so I'm better, and I'm going to show you that today. I heard some people doubting that I was the best Warhammer player. Time to put those shits down to rest. Today, I have my build here. We got Drychi. She actually has Talons of Tor Kalath, which is why you take her. It is a, if you know, Katep Stingy, plus 15 seconds every time you cast. I'm rocking a wide build over here. Gagbane Tip, Hagbane Tip, and a couple Wild Riders, Dryads, and Eternal Guard. The idea is that you just outshoot the other Wood Elf. So you just outshoot them. See, this guy brought Deep Wood Scouts, but he doesn't know this one simple trick. The more archers, the better. And he has to pay more for those Deep Wood Scouts. So even though he is probably going to beat even though he probably is going to do better on a 1v1 trade, but I just have more archers than him, and I'm going to keep poking his ass down. He comes in with the Dryads in the front. So the reason why I place Eternal Guard in the front instead of my own Dryads is because I want to absorb his missile fire. This game is not won in the infantry. This game is won with the missiles. So I'm shooting over my missiles over there. I got my cab over here. I charge in this cab. Got a free charge. Good charge. He sends out his Dryad summon. This is going to do really good against my archers. I kind of just have to accept that dies. But I do think he casted that too early because he's only going to get one archer to die here. And on the other side, the 100 of Kurnos, I cast Melkos, but it is destroying my guys. Obviously, anti-large armor piercing magic. But that's not going to matter. This is a fast match. I know I got to speak fast. I'm like a teleprompter right now. Hagbane Tim shooting in over here. His guys, I got two of his archers really low. Third archer really low. I'm down in the BOP a little bit right now, but just see how I change this game. Wild Riders are charging in, counter-charging his Wild Riders. That's really good. These are a unit that just like super class cannons. If they're getting charged, they're going to die. All my Hagbane tips, though, I still have 4 still alive. That's what the power of this build. The Eternal Guard are holding back the Dryads. Even though they won't beat them, they're just holding them back. I win this Wild Rider trade over here because I got the charge on him. His Deep Woods are shooting in, and I know I need to kill them, so I send my little remaining Hagbane tips to shoot into them. The BOP is equalizing now. He casts Melkos on my guy. I'm getting some Halberdiers over here. Come back to the front line. Make sure he can't bust through. He only has one Wild Rider left at this point, and this is the problem with his build. He's got this guy over here, this guy over here. Melkos takes out this guy. This guy's routing Eternal Arch to shoot at it, because I know once I kill that guy, my archers easily outshoot his archers. He only has one, but these guys are super low. Cab charges in, gonna finally put the end to that one. 100 of the Kurnos come and try to charge Drycha on my other Wild Rider. I just decide to counter charge it just to get it out of here. He is shooting with the Deepwood Scouts, which can do a lot of damage to the 100 of Kurnos. But another 100 Kurnos comes from the side, and he's going to charge these guys. He comes, and he switches his path, and he moves. But look at this. Drycha trying to disrupt my background. But the reason why Hagbane tips are so strong is that they have Firewall moving. So every time these guys are moving, even if they're getting chased, they're still getting damage out. And you can see both of my archers are pushing up here, coming to kill this guy's ass. And the Wild Riders, they're getting frostbitten from the Arwar Dryad, which should be somewhere. I don't even know how the fuck they got frostbitten, but they did. They're coming here, charge the Deepwood Scouts. They killed it. Melkos comes down. It's going to be even slower. This is going to be a dead Deepwood, and that's really his last hope in this game, honestly, if I'm not glazing, to be honest. So over here, we're going to shoot down that last cap. He got on my archer, but that's overall fine. Drycha still healthy, but so is mine. Mine is actually more healthy. I think he was overcasting, his Melkos, which means that he obviously took overcast damage. And the final Deepwood Scout is here. He does get the Water Hunter Kernels to rally, but at this point, they're way too low to really be any threat. I don't even give them the charge order because I was so confident they would just die. And you'll see that here pretty soon that they're just going to die. See the background over here. Drycha just trying to chase off my archers, but it's really to no avail because even as she's chasing them off, they're just poking down Dryads. This one is poking down stuff. And at this point, I'm just winning in terms of width. I have my Cav alive. My Drycha is way healthier than his. I got more Eternal Guard on the battlefield. That's going pretty good for me right now. Glade Guard, Hagbane tips. Keep shooting into his Dryad. And over here, we got another Melkos. Goes on the Deepwood Scouts. Gripping it down. And this is going to spell the end. I don't know if my opponent will concede or not, though. He should. I'm going to be honest, guys. If you see a game like this, you should just concede. It's not worth playing on. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your opponent's time. Just do it. No offense to my opponent here. I'm just saying, just in general, it's a good play to do. But it was a tournament, so I understand why he really wanted to play this out. But there's literally physically no way he could win at this point. This Deepwood Scout is like the only theoretical thing that could beat me, and I have way more Hagbane tips on him. I think my opponent is going to concede or get enemy lost here. Drycha comes up here to get the final pound down on his Drycha. I casted my Dryad summon earlier, by the way. I didn't mention it, but I casted it right on top of the Eternal Guard to win that front line even harder. Because I know I win the archer fight, so now I only have to worry about the cab fight and the melee fight. So that's why I saved my archer instead of what he did, which is casted his Dryad on my archers. I just saved it, won the frontline fight, won the cab fight, you win the game, War God style. Let's look over the values real quick. We got a bunch of games to cast today. This is the entire tournament. This is my Wood Elf run. I just gotta prove to you why I'm the best. I'm the GOAT. I stand on business. You want my crown? Come and take it. Come and take it from War God. You're not gonna take it. Let's look at the values over here. War Rider over here, 468, 94. Decent value, decent value. I find I'm actually don't really like the 100s of Chronos. They always just get targeted. I'm always going to Melkoff them. They just have a big picture on their back. They're saying, kick me, hit me, backshot me, kill me. I just don't like them anymore. I find that the Wild Riders can do a very similar job, even though they're not anti-large or armor piercing. Deepwood Scouts all get good value. Eternal Guard, not so much. Dryads, not so much. Actually, they did pretty okay overall. Drycha over here, 920. My Drycha did better. Because like I said, I had a better target in the Wild 100 Chronos. This is exactly why I don't take it. High IQ. IQ wins matches, people. Dryad, 528, 813, 416. You can just kind of see I just played a little bit better with all my infantry. It's just what War God does. All my archers, too, getting paid for themselves or about to pay for themselves. My captain's good. Just, you got to have those little things. In these mirror matches, the games are razor close. You have to be better than your opponent. You make a mistake and you're cooked. But my opponent's build was good, but honestly, the Switch Overcharge are just not it. I know on paper they look great, but I'm telling you, wide Wood Elves is the way. People forgot, but I'm bringing it back. That's what War God does. He's a hit maker. He's a leader. On to the next game. War God out. Welcome into the second match. As Wood Elves, you need to know when to kite and when to go wide and when to rush and when to not. In this case, against the Dark Elves, I decided it was the best to go kiting time. Yippee-ki-yay. So in Conquest, there is no attacking rule. So you gotta push this shit to the limit. Listen, if you don't do it, your opponent's gonna do it. There's only winners and losers. And you can't be the loser, guys. I'm sorry. War God does what he does. I got War Dancers in the front line. These are just to clear out Bleak Swords. Because if you don't have them to clear out the Bleak Swords, they'll just absorb all the Deepwood Scout ammo because they have silver shields. And obviously running out of Deepwood. Obviously running out of Swift Shiver ammo is not the greatest thing. He over here is running a Dark Shard build. This is to counter Durthu. And that's why I don't bring Durthu, by the way. Bleak Swords over here. We have the OP Cold One Knights. They're kind of cracked right now. Not kind of, they are. Doomfire Warlocks. Great counter to Wood Elves. Light armor, magic attacks, poison. This is great. So you can see here, I'm just poking down the Bleak Swords. If this guy wants to just, let me use all my ammo, I will. I'll take that engagement. Don't feel like you have to rush in. Play patiently. Like Master Oogway always says, the patient bird gets the worm. Am I yapping? Maybe I am. But this game is certified banger. This gets really close to the end and you're going to see I have Budget Tyrion over here. I took him specifically for Helm of Discord to counter my opponent's Cold One Knights. If you know something is OP, then counter it. Don't just let bad things happen to you. Get up, stand, and fight that shit, man. Because that's what War God would do. So I brought Helm of Discord to hopefully pop Helm of Discord, then send the Wild Riders in. Hopefully just burst down some Cold One Knights. In the trees, as I have the branch wraith, if you notice this Cold One Knight dying over here, so I just have this little edger in the tree. She edges with her ability, Blessing of the Ancients. While she's in the tree, she gets extra spell mastery and recharge rate. So I'm just spamming Melkoffs. I'd even go so far as to overcast Melkoffs just to make sure I kill the Cold One Knights because they're that strong. You can see those Swift Shiver Shards, despite them having silver shields, are demolishing these Bleak Swords. In the trees, she doesn't really have anything that can burst down my branch wraith. So I'm quite happy if he just wants to leave her alone or even try to snipe her because he just doesn't have any like single entity killing power, really. He has the Dark Shards, but she's a small little target in the trees. She's going to miss most of the shots. I send my War Dancers in here because I noticed at this point, if he tries to shoot me, he's going to get blocked by the trees with his arrows. And this guy also has an ability of minus 40% missile resistance. With the Blade Singers, you have Woven from Mist. So I pop that, send in these guys, and they start destroying the Bleak Swords. I send in Budget Tyrion. I pop the Helm of Discord. I really need to make sure they get taken off the census. Swift Shiver Shards over here destroying that guy. That guy's already routing. Budget Tyrion goes in for the Lord Snipe over here. Lots of effects going down. You can see trees. My opponent is playing really cagey right now. He just wants to drain my ammo, but that's not going to be enough. You have to play the game. You can't just accept things that happen to you, like War God says. Wild Riders come over here to chase the Lord. He does a good job, though, pulling back his Lord so I don't get him. I cast Melkoffs on the Doomfire Warlocks. While I'm chasing his Lord, I overextend a little bit. The Cold One Knights come in countercharge, but I do run away with my Wild Riders in time. So we're having a big fight here. Wild Rider dies on his guys, and I'm going to countercharge the Doomfire Warlocks, but then I'm going to get charged by the Cold One Knights. I try to get my Swift Shiver Shards over here to get the magic attack on the Doomfire Warlocks to surpass the 40% missile resistance. Budget Tyrion, though, has gotten on the Let's get a wide shot of this battlefield. So I'm having my Bleak Swords, not my Bleak Swords, that's his shit. Bleak Sword versus War Dancers. I'm just trying to hold back these Swift Shiver Shards and Dark Shards to try to prevent him from shooting at my cab, because if I lose the cab engagement too fast, all my Deepwood Scouts are going to die. I get my Sisters of Thorn, which I have in this build, by the way. I have that for also Curse of Anu here, again, just to win the cab fight. This is what this is about. You have to deal with the Cold Knights, because I know they're OP, I accept that they're OP, so I do what I can to counter them. You can see on both sides of the battlefield, this is a highly micro-intensive battlefield. On this side, I have my Knights charging in and Doomfire Warlocks. I killed them, but he countercharged with the Cold Knights. So I pull back because honestly, I know that I can't beat the Cold Knights with those guys. Armored, armor-piercing, anti-large is not what I want to be fighting. He gets his Crows of Cain in my backline. My Lord does kill his Lord, though. This is a really good pick for me. I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed right now. I try to pull back behind my Winterheart Guard, but because of how great Cold Knights are, they're massed. They just push through the Winterheart Guard, and I keep running back with the Wild Riders. One of them routes off. And over here, Sister of Thorn getting attacked by Dark Rider. They'll easily fight that, so I just take that fight. This Wild Rider dying, this Wild Rider routing. Not so great. Cold One's getting into my backline. This is a really bad moment for me. You can see I'm getting sandwiched. The only thing to protect these archers is one Wild Rider. So they have Murderous Mastery proc, so they're going to have more melee attack, and they're going to have higher leadership. Really bad trade for me. Instantly comes down like a chariot, kills a bunch of Deepwood Scout models. And this Doomfire Warlock comes over. I do not want to fight him. He has magic attack, reducing my physical resistance, and I don't have magic attack myself, which is kind of weird considering these guys are literally called magical cavalry. But whatever. Winterheart Guard are trying to get him to the Cold Knights, but they just can't. They're too slow. Branch Wraith on the backline. Again, I'm just trying to distract the Dark Shard. The whole point of those Blade Singers is to try to clean up some Bleak Swords so that I can conserve my ammo for more important targets, as well as just holding back these Dark Shards so they can't help out with this engagement here. I'm using these trees as just like a big curtain to screen them out. What else actually using trees? I know, crazy in Warhammer. He does kill my cab over here with the Cold Knight. That rallies and comes back. His Crows of Cain come back, but I do manage to kill his Cold Knights just barely, holding them back with the Sisters of Thorn. They took a heavy shot and now they're almost dead, but they did manage to hold it back. I pop actually Shield of Thorn, so whatever damage they take from these guys right now, they're going to reflect back. Winterheart Guard are just trying to peel off the Bleak Swords, because at this point, Winterheart Guard cannot run away from Bleak Swords. Bleak Swords are faster, which they're actually not faster. But anywho, no, they are faster. They are faster once they're not poisoned. But yeah, I'm just trying to peel them off, hold them back, and I just want to deal with the rest of his cab, and I want to play really slowly and methodically and pick him off. If I come in right now and try to fight the Dark Shards with Silver Shields with my archers, I will lose. These guys are non-AP. And I only have a little ammo left. If I shoot into these Silver Shields, they're not going to do jack, and I'm just going to lose. My opponent here does realize this, so he's trying to get his cab out. But at this point, I'm swarming like a shark. I smell the blood in the water. I'm getting all my cab into position. I'm getting the Sisters over here to poison him so he can't move fast. And I'm getting Budgetarian to come back, shoot in. He is just trying to send his cab. He's trying to route his cab over here to get to the Dark Shards to get support. But I'm not going to let that happen. You can see my cab. I'm counterplaying him here like a pendulum swinging back and forth. You know I love my pendulums. Branch Wraith chasing off that shard over there. He's trying to dodge a little bit with this cab, but Cold Knights are just a little bit too slow with that, especially being poisoned. Only 53 speed. I'm just making sure to play methodically here and just shoot him. I even take these guys off fire at this point just to make sure that every shot counts. Because at this point, it might look like it's really good for me right now, but it's really just Tyrion. These cab are super low. One volley from these archers is going to kill him. And if it's my Lord versus Bleak Swords, he will lose. I call him Budget Tyrion for a reason. He's not the actual Tyrion. He's the budget version. He's not going to beat those Bleak Swords. Luckily, I have the Branch Wraith, though. She still had some magic. She's just getting some Melkoffs on these guys. I want to clear up everything I can. I kill the cab eventually. I don't even send my cab against his cab, because I know I can kill it without it, and I need to conserve every single bit of my health. And the charge from these Cold Knights is nasty, so I just avoid it. If I don't need to take a fight, I don't need to take it. He comes over here, Dark Shards down to this Eternal Guard that was once healthy. Only gets 279 value. RIP Eternal Guard, you won't be missed. He's winning on points right now, so I have to make sure I don't forget about the points and I actually capture this point. I'll triple speed this section for you guys. I don't want my loyal subscribers waiting. Also, I always forget, make sure you guys subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it really motivates me. The more I see, the more I want to do. I'm telling you guys, when I start blowing up, when I start getting more of you guys, I'm going to do the craziest Warhammer content you've seen. I will do it, bro. I just got these big plans and I want to make them come to fruition, but I just want to build a little bit more of an audience first. We'll start streaming. Like if you want to see me live when I was tweaking out about this game, you're going to see it. I'm just got to build some support. Subscribers really help. That's really what I'm aiming for right now. And likes obviously just help push the video to more people, more eyes. I want to show people that Warhammer Land Battles can be just as fun as campaign, if not more. You just got to know what you're doing, and War God's here to do that. So now, back to the game. Switch River Shards over here. At this point, I'm just like, okay, just shoot whatever. Everything is shielded infantry at this point. But I do recognize that the Bleak Swords are my main threat, because I can kill the Dark Shards with my Cab. They do take some volleys. You can see the Wild Riders. I cast Earthblood from my Branchers without Melkoffs and Earthblood. This one gets pushed up by the Dark Shard volley. Like I said, I knew it was going to kill him right away. I'm just trying to peel off his final Dark Shards, because that's his last hope of winning this game. If he gets the Dark Shard, kills my guys, and then he gets these final healthy Bleak Swords, which is basically just this one. And I do cast some Melkoffs on it though, sealing his fate, but this guy, he's budgetarian, bro. He only has 45 armor because he's tired. Don't ask me why Vigor loses your armor. That's just a CA thing. He's just coming over here trying to kill these Dark Riders. Over here, no Dark Shards. Over here, Sister of Thorn, just staying in melee, grinding. 40% physical resistance. They have no physical magic attacks, so they're going to do pretty good. This Deepwood Scout is out of ammo, so I just sent him into melee. He just became a warrior. Deepwood Scout over here. Set him into melee. Why not? I need to make sure I get that point. It's getting deadly close for my opponent to actually win on tickets here. So I gotta make sure I don't slip up. So just in case, I make sure to send this guy over here. He still has his Dark Shard shooting though. This is what I'm saying. He could easily win this game still if he keeps the Dark Shard shooting. Luckily, this one finally routes off. I cast the Melkoffs on this one, and this one's about to route off. And that pretty much seals this game. Now, my opponent made a good point that if this was old Conquest, he would have won on points. But I would have just gotten on the point if that was the case. But I feel like with Conquest, it's a bit of a thing where nobody's really happy no matter what the point total is. So, I don't know. War God says, I think the point total is fine. It is what it is. Some games it's going to help you. Some games it's going to hurt you. You just got to take that into account and work with it. Now, on to the values. I'll make this one rapido, man. We got lots of games to play. Lots of games to cast. War God claps. That's just what I do. Thank you to my opponent for this game. And I got the Scissor of Thorn over here, 1123, pretty good, almost paid for itself, along with the support spells. Very good unit, used to be slept on, now people know about it. Wad right over here, 376, but again, his job is just to peel off the cab, 322. These might not look like high values, but he doesn't have many great targets. Bleak Sword's great target, I won't lie, but Cold Knights are going to do pretty bad into, and the Newfire Warlocks is also going to do bad into. They're really just there to hold back the cab from getting onto my backline, which you can see all the Swisher for Shard did amazing because he just let them shoot the whole game. They got all their ammo off, and that's what they do. And these are the War Dancers. I think War Dancers are actually slept on. Now, I know in Dom, but we don't like Dom. But in Land Battle, they're slept on. They're really good, really solid. They beat a lot of... They're one of the best. They're like Witch Elves, honestly. They're like Witch Elves. Not as good, but almost as good. They're a little more tanky Witch Elves, basically. Eternal Guard, he got clapped. He didn't really have any good targets here. He was trying to get on the cab, but he just couldn't. Budgetarian 134. Okay, he sniped the Lord. Really good. This, they nerf Melkoffs. You just stick them in the trees. You get that passive ability, 20% spell mastery. What nerf? That's what I'm saying. My opponent's side, all the cold ones did really good despite me doing my best to shut them down. That's what I'm saying. If they got OP stuff, just counter it. Dark Shards over here, level 11, 208, 806. Strong units. Bleak Swords, they're just kind of there eating shots. Still did pretty good overall. Lord got clapped. If he had this Lord alive, it would have been a much closer game, but... that's just how the game goes, man. You leave that brother slacking, I'ma eat his hiney. Stoomfire Warlocks, okay, and Crows of Cain. Let's go on to the next game. Round 3. I am versus Berserk himself. Berserk is taking the greenskins today. I don't know if you've heard the name of Berserk, one of the best players. Obviously behind me, War God. We'll run it in this tournament. Again, I'm taking Wood Elves, he's taking greenskins. Let's see how it goes. Historically, this has been greenskin favored, but I recently found a really good Wood Elf build. You just go wide, guys. You gotta know when to go wide. But in this case, you saw that other time I took more Hagbane tips. Yeah, this time we're taking more Starfire Shafts. We needed the AP. The idea is you need to peel off the Orc Boy Biggins, or else you're gonna get Biggined on and die. So Berserk is, I guess, kiting right now. I didn't really know what he's trying to do here. He's just gonna get free shots from my Hagbane tips onto his guy, but I guess you're trying to get a little poke off. This is Conquest, guys, remember, so there's no attacking rules. Now, let me clarify. I am a bigger fan of land battles than Conquest. I like land battles. I just don't like the idea of points. It's why I don't play Dom. But in this tournament, it was Conquest, so War God shall oblige them. On my opponent's side, he has Warzag. He's popping Effigy to get the Mumbo Jumbo Chant, Gazamork, a Brain Burster. And we got the Acid Burbo over here. If you saw me on the replay, you know that brother is pretty good. Force Goblin Spider Riders got the Kite, classic Berserk. Wouldn't be him. It might be a Skinwalker if he didn't bring them. Ruglugs Armored Orcs, really good. One of the sleeper units of the patch. One of the best units that kind of snuck in there. But honestly, they're really cracked. They almost always get their value back. Just insane stats. 160 range. Great archers. I'm over here. It's the same build, but I changed something noticeable. Look at this. Arcane Unforging. You know Greenskin's leadership's bad? So then fuck him up, bro. Kill the Lord. This is going to make him so he's not able to cast his spells. No Mumbo Jumbo chant for you, Warzag. No Gaze of Mork. No Brain Burster. You just cast out on him. If you overcast this, you're actually going to increase the cooldowns. So you'll be able to get cooldowns even less. You can see Berserk right now just kind of swarming me with his things. I captured the point, and then I move back. My archers are in range at this point. So if he wants to capture this point, he's going to have to take a shit ton of fire from my entire archer volley. Over here, we have the greenskins trying to surround me here. But remember, guys, there's a conquest. Hey, my hands are up. Listen. If your opponent had the opportunity to do it, they would. These are real serious tournaments. I'm versus one of the best players in the world. Besides myself, of course. You gotta lock in. You gotta do what you can. You can always complain after the battle. But it's winners and losers, guys. This is just how the War God channel works. I'm over here. I'm just eyeing him. I think Berserk at this point is processing how to crack this box. He comes in with the side from Warzag, so I kind of rotate some of my spearmen over here. I don't need these guys in the back anymore, so I rotate the spearmen over here and the spearmen over here. I get ready for him to come at me with the entire Greyskin forces. He's trying to get that nasty surround on me. He's trying to overwhelm me, because obviously I have a shit ton of archers. So he's trying to crack my cookie jar, ayo, and once he gets in there, hopefully kill my Starfire shafts. But the only reason why this build works on Wood Elves is due to the leadership of the Starfire shaft. They're like surprisingly tanky. It's actually kind of crazy. Oh, the new Gaze of Mork. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I haven't actually seen it yet. That seems pretty mid as hell. I think Amber Spear would have actually done better, but I guess it was okay. Maybe like 100 value from that. Berserk is still just surrounding, trying to get ready. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll come at you. You're going to come in the trees, the domain of the Wood Elves. I bring my Wild Riders over here. I'm trying to get a free charge on the Orc Boys. I don't charge at the Goblins because they changed Goblins. Now they actually have charge reflection. So I obviously don't charge them. Get a good charge over here. Basically a free one. Berserk's coming over here. You can see the squig. And oh, there's so much shit happening. So he cast a net over here with the Wild Riders. And then Berserk sends Acid Colossal Squig. Again, these games have so much micro. It's even hard to commentate it because there's so much fucking micro. Over here, the Boy Boy's charging my Wild Rider over here. Over there, the Orc Boy. I see the Acid Burper, so I send in the Wild Riders. I get all the archers to shoot at that man right there. Over here, I send in another Wild Rider to hopefully win that fight. We're near the trees, so if I pull back in the trees, I assume that I can win that fight. I pull up my Starfire shafts to a little bit too much. I got the chariots coming in the front line. There is so much shit happening. Oh my god, I might have to do what Dreadsorian does and split up my screen here because this is just so much shit happening. You can see you got the chariots running through my front line. You got the Spider Riders on the side. Orc Boys in the front. Orc Boys over there. Black Orcs, Big Orcs over here. Beat my Wild Riders. I pull back the other Wild Rider. And then I counter charge into the trees. Obviously, they're going to be losing stats in the trees while I gain stats with the Woodsman. My Lord's here. I'm casting Arcane and Forging. See, Wurzag's taking a shit ton of damage. If I kill Wurzag, it's pretty much a free win. The Acid Burble over here. I shoot it with my archers. Their routes off. And the trees were just grinding in the trees. I pull up my spearmen. I actually pull up the Dryad. Some people don't agree with this decision. But I'm telling you, the Ruglugs, if you don't shut them down, they're going to get 1,000 value. So I'd rather lose an archer of my own than let those Ruglugs keep firing at me. The Acid Burper comes back. So I actually sent off a cab to chase off the Acid Burper and the Forest Goblin Spiders here. And you're going to see what happens. And the trees were still just grinding. Good fight for me. But he does get a cab into my backline unimpeded. But this is what I'm saying, bro. Just look at the leadership. If these were like Greenskins or Goblin Archers, they would instantly route and just go everywhere. But because they're Wood Elves, this works. And they just can't do anything. Ruglugs pull up right into my drives. Is exactly what I want. They're trying to kill all my archers. But I'm not going to let them. Warzag tries to get a cheeky snipe on my Lord. But I actually reverse Uno him. I cast another Arcane Unforging. He's getting super low. The Broken Tusk Mop, though, do eventually push through my Wild Riders despite the trees. They're just anti-large armor piercing with armored. Obviously pretty good. Really bad for me over here. The Acid Burper comes back, starts shitting on the floor, and he shits over this entire healthy unit of Wild Rider. Really bad opportunity for me. And now it's getting bad. You can see the Greenskins are swarming in. They finally cracked my cookie jar. I'm holding back some Greenskins, but the rest of the holes in my formation are all open. This is really bad. I turn and just shoot at this point. I just need to peel this guy off, hopefully route him off, and then hopefully I can get this game back. I get an Arcane Unforging. I'm trying to get one over here. Wurzag Overcast, he gets spell damage, so he's super low. One more Arcane Unforging, Wurzag is dead. The Acid Burper does route off. I send these guys over here, and like I said, fire while moving, routes them off. This Wild Rider comes in, hopefully saves the day, gets the Forest Goblin Spider Riders in the back, nasty charge. I'm trying to peel through my Lord over here, but I also don't want to get caught out by the Warp Boba with Biggins, because that would be really bad for me. Ruglugs fighting evenly against Dryads, because of course they are. That's how good the Ruglugs are. My Lord does slip in there. He's getting into Wurzag. You can see a big fight over here. He peels through, but I'm finally able to pull back these Eternal Guard to support this fight. And it's going to really help out. Arcane Unforging. And this is the Cascade. This is the straw that will break the Greenskins back. As soon as Wurzag pops, you're going to see every single Greenskin unit here run for the hills. Because they have felt the fear of the god in their hearts. War God. Eternal Guard come over here, poke down the boars. Borzag routes off. Arcane Forging, I think it's barely not going to kill him. Only 200 HP left, but he's not going to be a threat. I wouldn't be surprised if he just runs off the battlefield at this point. And Berserk throws in the towel. There wasn't really much he could do with his Lord Dead like that. Really good game from Berserk. Really good play. War God does not take down any challengers. I'm going to be hosting tournaments of my own, or maybe you guys can try to, beat War God. I got some really fun shit planned. I got some high stakes, high competitive games. I'd like to even introduce prize pools. I'm taking this shit seriously, and I want to see y'all there. Let's look at the values real quick. Berserk's build, very interesting. I like the build. He tried to overwhelm me, but I think my build was better, frankly. Berserk over here had Orkbubble Biggin, Warpable Biggin, bigger Orkbubble Biggin or a War, 856, 42157, 351, 511, 440. He actually brought the Flappas. I find that just the normal Snotling Pump Wagon is fine, but the Flappa is fine as well. Forest Goblin Spy Riders, just cheap cab. Rogue Look, 660 value despite getting shut down by Dryads. Of course they did. Orc Boys didn't get much. This one did pretty good. 70 on this Goblin, 70 on this one. 1123 despite me targeting Warzag the whole game. That's why I take on Crane and Forging. He would have gotten even more value if I didn't have that. And on my side over here, Spellweaver, 1247. Pretty much just casting spells on Warzag, man. That's all she had was Arcane and Forging. Really good spell. I'm really happy CA buffed this. Now we can actually take it and not look like dorks. Over here, we have the 2 Spearmen. Okay, mixed value on the infantry, but they're not really what's here to win the game. It's these archers. You can just see value all around. All the value adds up really fast. Some guys get insane value, some get shut down. That's just how it goes. And again, you never see these wall riders really get a lot of value, and that's why I don't find a need to take the R-War. You look at the R-War and you're like, oh, they're armor-piercing anti-large, they're a counter. And sure they are, but you know what's going to happen? Warzag's going to cast spells on them. He's going to target them with his boar boys. They're going to get overwhelmed and die. Wild Riders do the same thing for cheaper. They're just there to block up while the Starfire chats, clap the cheeks. That was a good game. Thank you to Berserk. I like fighting good players, man. Fighting good players is how you get good. From even the day one since I was in this shit, I was fighting the best players because I wanted to be the best. That's why I'm the best. Moving on to the next game. This is a dangerous one. The final boss in Total War Warhammer 3, the Dwarf. They're the strongest faction in the game right now with the best dwarf player in the game right now. No, I'm not glazing. Go check Starplaker is unironically the John Jones of dwarves. I might be the best player in Warhammer, period, but this is the best player of Dwarf. If it's Go check versus another Dwarf main, he's winning. He's the best in my opinion. I think if there's a way for Dwarf to win, he's going to take it. He's going to do it. Very good player. I'm rocking a Wood Elf build against his Dwarf. Let's see how it goes. You can see my build. You might be saying, what are you doing, War God? That's a freaky as hell build. And I would say it is a freaky as hell build, but you need freaky builds to beat the dwarves. If you try to go band for band with the dwarves, you're not winning. Every single dwarf unit is overstated because that's just how the faction works. Yippee-ki-yay. If you've seen my Curse of the Bad Moon video, you already know how I feel about the dwarves. I'm not going to crash out about it right now. Maybe I will later. You're going to have to watch to find out. I actually have some freaky spells. Spellweaver Dark. What the hell, War God? Blade Wind. Good spell into Rangers. I know he's bringing Rangers. It's just what the Dwarf do. Me and Gotrek are good friends, so I generally know most of his builds. And also, Rangers, Bugsman. It's what they're taking. Blade Wind's actually a sleeper spell. It's really good into these units, suggested by writer Rohan. Goat high elf player as well. Yeah, I know the goats of the setting. Goats meet with goats. Keep your friends close. And over here, so we're going to pop that, overcast it on those, kill them. Chillwin, slow down the Dwarf. You know, poke them down a little bit. I'm going to speed it up. I'm hiding behind the hill here to hopefully not get shot by this bolt thrower. My opponent on Gotrek's build, he actually has Malachi Makaisen. Grim Delver's over here. Ulthar's Raider over here. Now he's coming in here for the attack, and the Dwarf are screening me out. I poke back the Gyrocopters. I have a shit tons of range. You might be like, War God, why do you have so much range? It's literally the only thing you can do. If you bring Blade Singers, if you bring War Dancers, you are going to lose if that is your strategy to win, because the dwarves will outstat you despite being anti-armor, armor-piercing. That's just not how you beat dwarves. I pop over into the mist to try to get into the front line with these Blade Singers. The only purpose of the Blade Singers is to hold back these front lines just so I can get more shots on my archers. I want to kill all his missile units and his dangerous pushers so that I can finally kite him and hopefully win this match. You can see the dragon coming over here. She comes over here. Remember though, these guys are stalked though, so I cannot see them right now. Blade Wind over here, Overcast over here, and watch the dragon in the back line. So we got Blade Wind over here, Dragon over here, and let's watch that Dragon Breath. Goes down and one-shots a Ranger. That's the kind of dwarves we like to see, a dead dwarf. And over here, Blade Wind chops up the Rangers. This is what I'm saying, man. You gotta take these freaky builds that people don't expect. Those are the builds that win games. I pop Shadow Coil. Literally, the only purpose of these guys is to hold the line. You might be saying, but War God! They're only 450 Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, 450 Dwarf Warriors beat Blade Singers. I don't make the rules. Well, these are Longbeards, but 450 Dwarf Warriors beat War Dancers. It's just what it is. It's a certified dwarf moment. Chillwind goes down across the Rangers. I pull back my Lord because I saw the Grimdelvers and these guys. This is a diabolical combo, by the way. Marked by Ulthar, minus armor, missile resistance, and these guys, which is like a shotgun unit that will just one-tap you. It's a diabolical combo, and you can't see it either. So if you see me playing super cagey with a dragon, like, why is the dragon over here? I don't know where these guys are right now. And I know I need this dragon to win the game. The dragon is going to peel off these helicopters. You're going to get terrorists. You're going to get breath attacks. I need him to win the game. I keep pulling back on my archers. And so I'm trying to circle around. I'm trying to find a good opportunity where I can land the dragon where I know these guys won't be there. I kind of have a general idea that they're here, so I'm just kind of hovering around. Over here, you can see me. The Dragon Slayer over here. If you do, Dragon Slayer's OP as hell. You know how I feel about them. I won't crash out about it right now, but they're pretty fucking OP. But if you do get some good archer volleys, they will die. So I'm just trying to get archer volleys into them. But of course, the problem is that it's a small single entity, so it's super hard to shoot. And another breath attack comes down over here on the Rangers. We missed it. I'm sorry. Very sorry, guys. But you can see it almost one-shots them again. You basically saw it last time. Every single one of my archers is pushing back. I'm just trying to peel off these dwarf warriors. So I want to kill these ones, so then I can kill these ones. And you want to methodically pick apart the dwarves, at least to the best of your ability. The dragon flies in over here. Mine is trying to push back my guys over here. And I'm just trying to shoot into the dwarf warriors. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Poke them down. They're not getting protected right now because they're getting back shots. You know how War God likes it. And again, dudes, remember those blade dancers? Yeah, they're all dead now. All the war dancers are dead. Yes, blade dancers lose to dwarves because that's just a certified dwarf moment. Like I said, you cannot go Blade Dancers, you can't go Wildwood Rangers, they're not going to beat the Dowie, they will staff for statue and they will win every goddamn time. Dowie best action in the game right now, piloted by the best Dowie main, and I put that on Diddy's life. Over here we have the Force Dragon attacking the Miners, doing pretty good. My goal is just to peel them off again. The whole point of this, I just need to peel them off so I can kite out these last few range tools. The helicopters come in, I see them, I'm like, okay, you're going to come at me, I'm going to shoot you with archers. So he pulls back pretty quick, like I said, Gotrek very good, he knows what to do. Over here, Blade Guard in the trees, Way Watcher over here. God damn, there's a lot to talk about in these games, guys. These high-level games, the micro is fucking insane, by the way. I'm just doing shit, I'm moving 20 miles a minute. By the way, Malachi has this with his magic attack, so the physical resistance of this dragon gets bypassed whenever that's popped with Malachi. And if he pops it on the Grimdelvers, they are literally going to one-shot anything on the game. If you put a Dreadsorian, I'm pretty sure they will die in probably like 3 valleys with Malachi's 50% damage buff. And marked by Ulthar, it's pretty fucking cracked. I'm up in the BOP a little bit right now, but this is when it gets really fucking scary. The doors, they just push you, man. Fucking all Gotrek has to do. Click, click, I'm done. My hands are up, I'm a Dowie player, no more micro to be done. Me on the other hand, I gotta go back, shoot. So it's a lot harder for me. And you might be thinking, oh, War God, look, you're running to the trees, you're helping yourself out. I'm not. Have you tried looking at green on green? It is so hard for me to micro my troops when they're in the trees. Dragon Slayer routes off an archer here. But while they're in the trees, I just wasn't able to see my troops. And also, my archers are getting blocked by the tree husk. So it's just a really bad situation. I'd have much preferred like a Cliff of Beast, big flat map. Those are War God's favorite maps. Not his favorite ladies, but his favorite maps. I am running back with my Way Watchers here. I'm just trying to run away. And Starfire Shafts running over here. And Starfire Shafts over here. I'm just trying to separate the dwarves. But the thing is, there's just so many fucking dwarves, bro. There's always another dwarf. They might as well be Skaven in this game. That's just the state of dwarves. I am poking down the Dragon Slayer. It's a little bit of a silver lining. Dragon comes over here. I'm just getting free picks on the Dwarf Warriors. There's nothing to really counter him right now. So I just get free picks where I can. My Lord, again, he's being super cagey because I don't know at this point. I basically have no clue where the Grimdelvers and Ulthars are. I know if I try to go to his backline, I'm going to get gatted up. So I just keep him in the back, try to keep myself safe, cast some chill winds, slow these guys down. By the way, if you're wondering why Gotrek is able to catch me with his dwarves, charge bonus is the real and fun stat in this game. Every single one of these Dowies, despite having only 24 speed to my 32 speed, charge bonus is 8 speed, by the way. So once these guys get into the range and start charging my archers, they get plus 8 charge speed, and they just start running faster, and they catch them. Like, look at these miners, bro. I'm running away with the Starfire Shafts, but they catch them anyways. That's the power of charge speed in this game. It's a hidden stat. It's one of those things that you have to really think about in these high-level matches that can really catch you if you're unaware of it. I was aware of it. There's just not much I can do, man. This is the only thing you can really do, it feels like, as Wood Elves. Now, if you got a replay and want to send it to War God to prove me wrong, feel free. I love seeing replays from my fans. Also, I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe and like. I got some crazy shit I want to do. Another Blade Wind comes over here. Ranger, Dragon coming in. These guys got caught a little bit lacking over here. And I'm just still running with my archers. Luckily, again, you guys know fire while moving. So every time these dwarves are chasing, they're still getting shot. But they just eat the ammo. That's what the dwarves do. They're just so fucking many, bro. They just eat ammo. That's all they do. I got a bunch of archers here. I'm just trying to peel out that long beard. Shoot it up before it can get to the front line. Hopefully ride it off. Newsflash, he does not ride off. He is him, I suppose. Starfire Shaft running in the tree. But again, it's really hard for me to see at this point. There's actually a setting in the game you guys can do, by the way. You can turn off trees at the tops so that you can just stare right in them. I didn't have that setting on. It makes it better for the video if I don't have it on. And it's a more pleasurable viewing experience. But for meta's sake, you guys should definitely turn off trees so you can see inside the map and not have this trouble of actually seeing where your troops are to micro them like War God does here. I'm just still running around with my dwarves. You can see my lord here gets a little bit too close. Again, I don't see these guys and the stalk hidden. And as soon as I get in range, pop, and my lord instantly almost gets one shot. But War God is very good at this game, so I micro right away. I notice, I'm like, shit. I cast chill when I try to get away, and I come up with my dragon. Luckily, she's barely able to escape with her life. One more volley, just a couple more, and she's dead, and this game is cooked. But luckily, the dragon comes over now, and as soon as I see the opportunity, I take it. He's shot, so he's reloading. I bring in the dragon. Breath attack, Ghost Trick tries to dodge it. Boom! Shoots a Groomdelvers, and then I bring in the dragon, and I know he's going to take some shotgun shots. He's going to take some Ultra Raider shots, but there's no time like the present, people. When you see an opportunity, you need to take it. Because again, if you're not taking it else, somebody else will, and you're going to lose. These are the games that make or break men. He's over here getting shot with the old Dwarf Raiders, taking shit tons of damage, but at least I got rid of the Grimdelvers. I get my rest of my archers to run towards the old Dwarf Raiders to shoot while they're moving. You can see he actually puts deranged munition. 66 missile strength, destroying the Forest Dragon. Really bad for me. I need this Forest Dragon to kill Makaisen and rout off these troops. Both though are still a bit online this whole game. He's trying to snipe my caster, but I'm just playing squirrely with that, moving back and forth, hopefully not get shot by it. Another Blade Wind goes down. Again, guys, I'm not trolling with the Blade Wind. It's a real spell. These are real games. I'm trying my absolute damnedest to win this game, despite the power of the Dowie right now. Blade Guard, Hagbane tips, push up. We're trying to peel out the boat throwers. Spellweaver gets shot by the boat throwers. She's getting pretty damn low. Weight Watchers pushing it. They're running out of ammo. We're just still running from the dwarves. And it might look like this game is pretty good for me, but the problem is I'm going to run out of ammo really soon. My dragon is low. Was that friendly fire, brother? Oh my god, bro. Trying to make a bad situation worse. This brother just shot their own dragon. I didn't even notice that in the game. Fuck me. I finally do get on the boat throwers, though, a little silver lining. My lord is still alive. She rallied, came back. I have a Hagbane tip over here, but I'm not going to come back to actually impact this game. And Forest Dragon routes off. Malachi just keeps shooting at it. My lord tries to come over near the dragon to hopefully give it some leadership so it can rally. Weight Watchers finally do shut down this guy. We're out of missiles on that Weight Watcher, so I just send it into melee. Why not? There's not much I can do. I pull back the Starfire Shafts, and I'm going to turn around. They shoot in the backsides of the Chaos Dwarves. I really need the dragon to rally. Makaisen, the only good thing about him is that he's dog shit in melee. These stats, I swear to God, are a lie. He's literally one of the worst melee combatants in the game despite being a dwarf. So he probably needs to be fixed there, but I'm not really asking for dwarf buffs right now. If you're able to tell, I cast another Blade Wind, the Ulthar's Raiders. Bye-bye, have a good time. I don't want them coming back. Dwarf leadership is insane. They would stick there for the whole game if I didn't cast that on them. So despite them being low, I cast it. Hopefully this dragon can rally. My lord's over here. He's just pushing me out, man. I have like no ammo right now. Dragon comes back though. My lord and the dragon can teaming up, can easily kill Malachi Makaisen. Like I said, he's dog shit in melee. But there's just so many Dowie. The Dowie type, this is how it is playing as Lord. You shoot all your ammo. You get all your breath attacks. You get all your Blade Winds. And the Dowie win anyways. It's a certified Dowie moment. But let me be clear. If this was another Dowie player, they would have lost. Gotrek is literally the John Jones of Dowie, and that's not an exaggeration. The pound for pound best Dowie in this game. Find me another Dowie. I'll put them against Gotrek. They'd win. Put two dwarves in a bar. Only Gotrek is walking out. Now we can see dwarves catching my Starfire Shafts. Again, it's just how dwarves do. They get charge speed. You can see I'm trying to run away, but dwarves are just so fast apparently. They clearly have the light up Sketchers going on hella speed. Oh, I missed it. Malachi Makaisen gets dived on by my lord. Takes a nasty shot. Normally Eagles suck, but I'm telling you, Malachi Makaisen is so dog shit. That Weight Watcher volley does more damage to my own lord than Malachi Makaisen. But the dragon finally rallies. He's coming back. And he's going to get a big charge into Malachi Makaisen. He comes down and go boop. And he knocks him over and does no damage. He does 10, I guess, technically. But the Eagle comes back over. This should spell the end for Malachi Makaisen. And You might be thinking, War God is looking pretty good for you right now. The Lord's about to die. Here goes Malachi Mikaisen, and pop, he's dead. And I have my dragon, and I have my Spellweaver. It should be fine. And you're right. I think if this was land battle, I would be pretty good at this point. Honestly, I would win. Because at this point, I have this guy still with a little bit of ammo, but he's just there to obey the attacking rules. And over here, hidden in the trees, is a Starfire Shaft. This guy, despite only having 26 model, he has 13 ammo. And all Gotrek has left at this point is infantry, Psychocharge with single entities. Might not be the most pretty thing in the world, but what it takes to win games. I try to conclave with the Lord routing, and I get routes on the Dwarf Warriors and this Miner. I try to route off the Longbeard as well, but Dwarf leadership is definitely real and not fake, so they're not routing. And Hagbane Tips get their last volley off into these Longbeards. But at this point, I can't get the point on time. You see that timer, tick, 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 60 seconds left, and I lose this game. So at this point, my last Gambit, Army lost in Gotrek. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me, you know, War God just, I fight to the bitter end. You cannot be Michael Jordan if you don't shoot balls like Michael Jordan. So you gotta keep shooting balls to be the best. And that's what I do in every single game I play. You play that shit out. You play that shit out. You try to win. It's just what you do. Because, God, if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. Honestly, if this is land battles, I think I would have this game. Starfire Shaft's coming back. I'd be able to poke down these dwarfs, get their leadership low. BOP doesn't believe in me, but you have to believe in yourself even when others don't. I know, so wholesome. I get the Star Dragon back. Nope, I'm not playing Hiles. Force Dragon comes in, lands on these Longbeards. We'll probably route them off, but I'm just trying to Psycho Charge here. Don't want to get too much damage on the Dragon. He's getting pretty low on HP, along with a Spellweaver. But I would be able to Psycho Charge for 10 years if this was land battles. But again, this is Conquest 3, 2, 1. Dowie victory. I know, I cried. It was a sad day for Dowie. But if I was going to lose to any Dowie, I would have it be Gotrek Starbreaker. Like I said, this brother is the GOAT, good friend of mine. He's a great guy. And everybody who's my opponent in this match, in this tournament, thank you so much. You all played very well. And I appreciate you coming on, having some amazing games. Each one of the players I went up against today was like top 10 in Vermin League. They're cracked. It's very fun. Let's look at the builds. Blade Singer 1653. I told you Blade Wind is good. Do not be hating on spells. You have to open up your mindset. Because when you learn the new things and your opponents are still back in the last patch, that's when you win matches. That's what makes the difference between the men and the dwarves. Ha ha ha, dwarf joke. Hey, remember those nasty breath attacks on the dragon? Yeah, brother only got 1240 value. It's just because dwarves are so low price. So despite this brother literally one-shotting the rangers he shot, they're only 525 gold value. And this is why you get that number. It's just how dragons work, or just dwarves work. Dwarf Academy insane. Remember the anti-infantry guys? Yeah, they lost to the generalist guys. Very fun Dowie moment when they just go stat for stat with you and beat you. I love Dowie. And 400 value around. All my archers, you can see every single archer pretty much, despite there's a few that got shot down, but overall every single archer paying for itself or getting close to it. But it's just not enough. They just eat your ammo. Every single Dowie unit has a silver shield that has a shield now. That was a change they recently did. And Rangers also have bronze shields. Very hard to deal with as Wood Elves. You just gotta keep shooting. Gotrek played this matchup many a times. He had a specific build ready for this matchup and it showed. Very good. Dragon Slayer I dealt with, luckily. Normally that'd be an OP piece of shit. But I knew that and I made sure to shoot it with my archers, dealing with it earlier. But it still wasn't enough. You gotta deal with so much shit. And Dowie can afford so much shit. Because I guess that's just how Dowie work. Bolt Thrower, not much value. But it almost paid for itself still. Grim Delver, despite almost sniping my lord, almost 457. Old Dawes Raider, 660. Gyros, 787, 655. Oh, that was a lot. I am tired. My heart was pounding through that whole tournament. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta hear the drums of liberation. You gotta believe that you're always the best. And that's why I'm the best Wood Elf player and the best Warhammer player. And I will maintain that title till the end of time. If you want to fight against me, subscribe. I'm going to be hosting tournaments where you too can play against War God. As soon as I get bigger, guys, I'm going to do bigger, crazier shit. I'm going to do crazy shit that you didn't even think was possible in Warhammer. You're going to be like, is there something a screw loose in this brother's head? Yeah, there is, because I'm War God. I'm not nearly a man. I'm a god. Dowie. Oh, good. Please, CA, nerf the Dowie. I like Dowie. I love Gotrek. I just don't like how OP they are right now. Great games, great tourney. Thanks to Tactical Lich, I believe it is, for hosting this shit. Pretty good. I had lots of fun. Despite the Dowie. I had fun, honestly. Conquest, like I said, I'm more of a land battle guy. Conquest fun, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all next time. Please like, please subscribe. It really helps. I'm telling you, we're going to do that crazy shit. 1,000 sub special, I'm telling you, is going to be freaky crazy. You're not going to want to miss it, and you're going to want to be there. This is the ground floor. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm not joking anymore. Peace out!